Guys, this Dual King back again with another tech talk for you guys. I'm doing it a little bit different than usual. Usually I have one card that just came out or that's seeing tons of play now, but today I want to show you 5 cards that you might see in the next YCS. 5 cards that are all traps that can make a big influence in a deck and, have been being used a little bit more than often lately and might see a huge splash in the next YCS. So let's get to it. First off, you have Compulse. What does this card do? With priority gone, flip this bad boy and it can stop a lot of cards and send them back to your hand. Not every card, but it does stop a lot of cards that do not have quick triggers on them. So what does this card do? Let's say I summon one of those pesky monsters that has those stupid priority rulings. But now you do this back to your hand, you just wasted a normal summon. Now you have to figure out something. Hope you have a Cyber Dragon. You can special summon out now or something. You know, you just wasted a turn on summoning and probably attacking as well. And Compose just totally raped that turn for you. It's a common mostly. I mean, it comes in rare, but this card is like $1 maybe. So that card is amazing, and I see it a lot against like windups and different kind of loopy decks that once you take away their priority, they can't really do shit. Number two, Royal Decree. You see this in a lot of Insector decks now, and it's pretty crazy because with the Ladybug level changing, you can go into Zenmayo, Tyrus, Audrius, stuff like that. Even Blade or not Blade Armor, Crimson Armor Ninja, and all you do is get rid of their monsters, and Royal Decree destroys their back row, unless they have some kind of a quick play spell or something. But this card can fare really well if you get those quick monsters out, like first turn, that destroys a significant amount of their monsters or the back row. So Royal Decree is like a $7 common, but you can find it in a lot of people's trade binders or common tins, and they really Royal Decree. They don't really care. But this card, I seen Underworld 6667's deck profile. They're Injectors. He won a tournament, and many other people have won tournaments using 3 Royal Decrees. So look out for this card. And with a lot of decks like Hieratics, using stuff like Hieratics Steal from the Ashes, MSTs, Dark Worlds using a bunch of Drains and Starlight Roads and crap like that. Um, Royal Decree is a really good out for all that and can be used against them with like very little backdraw. All you do activate boom, especially if you don't have a trap heavy deck, you just destroy their back row pretty much. And you can use 3. Oh, just MST mine. Oh, flip this other one. It's not like skill drain where you lose 1,000 points and it can affect your monsters, or you're forced to use monsters like Dark Worlds. No, this card can be really good. So yeah, next card, Debunk. I actually think this card will come back, see more play, because Veilers are running 3 now, because Maxis might see more play with higher attics and stuff like that coming around. So Debunk, you might see way more of this because of the Veilers, because of effects that activate in the graveyard and stuff like that. Maxis. So I really think Debunk, I'm not saying it's going to be huge splash, but it's going to see a bigger splash. I know there's already people I've talked to that, oh, you try to run Debunk next YCS, next regionals, see how well it does. Not main deck probably, but a good side deck card at 1 or 2. See how well it runs out. And, this is a good tech. This is a good side for you because you know, whenever someone loops and gets out their maxis or their veilers and they just draw or negate shit and you can't stop it, you wish you had a debunk in your deck. So, I mean, this card is amazing. Next card, Safe Zone. Billy Break, top 3 Insectors, Safe Zone. This card is amazing. If you don't know what it does, obviously, protects your monsters, protects your dragonfly. It can even protect other monsters like your hieratics. You could protect your tomb. If you think about it, it can protect a tomb Because what does a tomb do? The turn it activates its effect, it can't attack. So if you activate this card to it, it doesn't matter because it can attack directly either way. It can attack. So you don't really lose a play there, but you get to use its effect and stuff later, and then it'll be your first attacker. So Safe Zone can even help Hieratics. It can help Insectors. It can help lots of decks that have lost priority or that need to maintain their effects, their triggers, you know. So Safe Zone can really help out a lot in many decks. And its price went from like 8, 9, 10, $15 to like 15. I've seen some go for like almost 20 on eBay. Safe Zone is pretty amazing. I remember when it hit like $30 once because this card was amazing. It'll drop down to like 10, but you might see a lot more play of this because of Billy Break, because of Hieratics that can use that same method of looping and summoning tons of beasts out, and then they can't get destroyed with this card. Ninjas run it well with White Dragon, so try this out, see if you like it, and also you might see a lot more play of it. So I'll look out for this card, Safe Zone. Super rare, it's easy to find. And finally, the fifth final trap, Maska Restrict. Now, you haven't seen this used in a deck probably in ages, but its main, I guess, effect is to negate Hieratics. It just, monsters can't be tributed. What do Hieratics do? A lot of their abilities is to tribute a monster and then special summon another normal monster, dragon monster from your deck. So if you cut that out, it doesn't completely kill the deck, but it kills a lot of their plays, such as tribute Nephthit or Esset for Sue or your Tefnuit and then get effect and special summon another one out. Nah, you had to normal summon and then you can't tribute, so you have to somehow get a Red Ice Darkness Metal out, and then try to hope you special summon that bitch, get an Entomb out that way. Nah, you have to draw into that shit. You can't just like boom, 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 summon, summon. I don't know, fucking Master Restrict will kill those decks. It actually can kill Frognark decks, which it's funny because I've seen Frognark decks play more like in different regionals and stuff, they still see tons of play. So Massacre Strict never saw play against them, which I don't know why, but it can work in some instances against those types of decks. But against Hieratics, it just destroys their plays. People side like 3 of these from what I've heard, and I will definitely use them when I'm playing Hieratics. And if you're using Hieratics, you need to run 3 MSTs, probably, and they're probably gonna skill drain you if they have some kind of Dark World build or Fabled or something like that. So, overview of the 5 traps. Here they are. Boom. What does it do? Massacre Straight. Can't tribute for any case. So, gotta MST this bitch. Run MST. Safe Zone. You gotta triple MST if you don't want Dragonfly to continually go off on you. Debunk. I don't know about running 3, but 1 or 2 to stop Veilers, to stop Maxis, to keep the deck and match, I guess, more balanced than you can get it. Because if they Veiler your Dragonfly, they Veiler your Hieratic, whatever, Attuned or whatever, then it's not going to be that great of a match or even turn. So Debunk helps out a lot, especially like let's say they maxi when you summon your Wattail Dragon, they know you're gonna exceed maxi. Usually that goes into 3 monsters. Debunk really stops that, or can stop it and help you out. Royal Decree, Inspectors use it amazingly. Lots of decks that don't run traps, that don't run solemns, that use monsters that can easily get out other monsters that can negate spells or traps. Royal Decree, $7, common. Could find it in a collector's tin, someone's tin that is full of commons and shit. You could probably find one. And Compulse, priority gone. This stops a lot of cards, not all monsters, but a lot of monsters. Compose that card back into your hand, bitch, and you can't use it. You just wasted your turn. So this is Dual King talking to you about 5 tech cards that you might see more play of in the next YCS regionals, and even at your locals. So thanks guys for watching this, and to King out.